Hi everybody, welcome to the Wonder Basement. I've got some new product that I'm going to share with you from Stampin'Up today, and today I'm just starting at the beginning. We have a new pamphlet essentially that has how you get started making handmade cards with stamps, and basically it's stamps, inks, it's got most of them have the adhesive. There are some kits that have watercolor pencils. There are some that have markers. And the one I'm going to show you today is an all-inclusive card kit. It's called Simply Citrus, and it makes 15 cards, three each of 5 different designs, and it includes a Simply Citrus photopolymer stamp set. They're regular card sizes. Here are the cards. They're quite adorable. And this is the stamp set. And as you can see, I've got the box right here. And first of all, the box is beautiful. It's a great gift box. You could make this and give the whole set as a gift to somebody. It's quite lovely. But I'm going to focus in here. I'm going to turn the camera down just a tad. And then I'm going to show you, I'm going to just go through and show you the basics of card making. Okay, so first off, you always need to have some ink and a stamp set. And the package is shrink wrapped, so you can just pop it out. I'm going to set the box aside. And I'm really excited because the paper, the cardstock that Stampin'Up uses is just stunning. And one of the things that always held me back when I very first started stamping, which was been a while, is that I could find these great stamps and I could find you know, markers and things like that, but I could never find exactly like the cardstock, and that makes such a difference. You know, like I would do it on, at the time it was computer paper, and it just didn't have the oomph or the finish, professional look that I was going for. But with Stampin'Up, they've got you covered. So first of all, you get a large sheet of Stampin' Dimensionals. These are double stick little I call them pop dots, but they actually lift your artwork up. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, I love these envelopes. Are they all the same? Oh, there looks like there's 2 different lined envelopes. Look at this. How pretty is that? Wouldn't you be so excited to get a card that had that pretty envelope? Okay, and then we have our base cardstock. Let's see here. Okay, so we should have 3 of each design. Another one of these polka dots down here, and they are already pre-scored, so those are gorgeous. There's some more down. Oh, I see, they've got them even sorted. They've got them sorted by what you're going to use, I bet. All right, so it looks like we've got some die cut tags. Pretty die cut. Looks like a pocket of some sort. And then, oh, this yellow, it isn't Mango Melody, I'm pretty sure. It's gorgeous. Makes my mouth water. And then you also have some glue dots. So literally you shouldn't need anything. Oh, you also get an acrylic block for the acrylic stamps. And then, let's see what these are. Get some twine. Looks like it's in Calypso Coral. Oh, these are so cute. I thought they were vellum, but they're actually it's more like a little plastic embellishment. It's stiffer than in most vellums, like even a vellum cardstock. So these are kind of fun. Those are super cute. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but these are cute. Okay, so I'm going to put these back in here until we need them. All right, so Stampin' Up! Also, with their kits, they include step-by-step instructions. So you can open this up and you're going to see what your kit includes is here. And then on the back side, it has pretty much a pattern, kind of a recipe, you might say, to make each of the cards. So, okay, I'm going to just turn this back around. Now I'm going to make one of each for you guys. I always save this cardboard. It comes in handy for lots of different things. You never know when you're going to need some. Just plain cardboard for a craft project. Okay, so I'm going to do this one first, just because. And it looks like, oh, one of the things that you'll need to do, these are called Stampin' Spots. They're 1 by 1 inch ink pads, and get up here of something sharp. See if this will work. They're 1 inch by 1 inch stamp pads, and they are great for a lot of things. You can do, aside from just being easy to store, they also are very handy when you want to ink one part of a stamp and you know, do some different colors. You can go light to dark with and mix some rainbow colors, but it's pretty cool. It's a good thing to have. So if you get a kit and you decide you'd really love to stamp and you get larger stamp pads, these are not a waste. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, the acrylic block is very simple to use. These are photopolymer stamps. You want to save this piece so you can store them. And then I am going to get my Just a Note. Actually, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take, I like to, when I get kits, I like to punch out all of my pieces and then just set them all in stacks. I work faster that way, believe it or not. I'm going to put all my trash in my box for right now. Okay, so it looks like I'm just going to ink up my Just a Note. Let's see how many, we'll need 3 of those. Okay. And the other thing is that you don't have to go with the exact saying that's on this. You can switch it up to whatever you want. But I kind of like Just a Note, and I think I'm just going to go Hello Sunshine, Just a Note. I really like Hello Sunshine. But I'm just going to go with Just a Note. So you're going to ink up. Just tap it on like that, lightly. Now I've got 3 cards that are alike, so I'm going to go ahead. That's called huffing. That just keeps the ink moist so that it goes down clear. You can also tap on it like this. Just that quick. You're going to press down and you're going to pull up. And if you ever get, like if this is smaller, the paper is smaller than the block, so sometimes it sticks to the stamp. So you can always take something, a little pointy tool, and just pop it down so you don't get it messed up. Okay, so now this is how I'm going to clean this off right now. You can actually use baby wipes, or we have a Stampin' spray cleaner, or we have a Stampin' chamois that is really easy to use. But first, so then I'm going to take let's see, which one of those? It's this one. Oh, I thought they were all together, like went with the different cards, but I think they're just packed the way they're packed. I don't think there's a necessarily rhyme or reason. Again, I'm going to take these apart. Oh, these are just so pretty. Fresh, a very fresh color combination and fresh patterns. I always take and try to do 3 at a time if I can. The die cuts are super easy to get out. They're not really hard to, sometimes you get die cuts that are a little more difficult. Okay, I think I got all of my things. All right, so I'm going to pull this down just a little bit so you can, well, let's see. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, so I am going to take this piece and I'm going to take my tag, and if you see right here, there are numbers that coordinate with each of the different designs, and then here are the different steps in with what you have. And so, for example, Stampin' Night of Navy is one. So you can see over here, the first step, I stamped in Night of Navy. Now, I can see now that this pattern is designed so that the stamp will actually go over the lemons and the grapefruit is what I'm going to call them. I don't know if they're grapefruit or not. But. So I'm going to take my orange and then I'm going to stamp. I'm going to take the Just a Note off with the what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one on one side and the orange on one side and the leaves on the other. And I'm going to ink up my orange. And I'm going to put my card over here so I can get a good flat. Then you're just going to line this up just like that. The nice thing about photopolymer is that they're completely see-through, so you can see where you're stamping, and that really helps out when you're trying to do layered images. And if you get it off a little bit, don't stress over it. That's part of handmade. Sometimes there are imperfections because not everybody is perfect. Well, no one's perfect, but you know what I'm saying. All right, so then we're going to just outline these leaves the same way. And you can see they're going 2 different directions, so you'll be turning your paper or your stamp. This is what I really like about creating cards, actually. I mean, I really love to stamp, so it's really a lot of fun. And it seems like we all have a little bit of extra time just hanging out at home lately, so why not enjoy that time and then make something. Not only do you enjoy making them and it's productive, but you can send it to somebody and it makes their day. And this also kind of illustrates something that I really like to do with my stamped images. I like to stamp off the paper. You can see how the pattern is going off the paper, so it makes it look like it's you know, it's a cut out. It doesn't stop right at the edge. If anytime you're stamping, if you go off the paper just a little bit, it really gives you a nice effect with your stamping. Okay, so now I'm going to go back over here, and number 2, I'm going to add my little flower embellishments, and I'm just going to layer my card because number 2 says adhere using adhesive dots. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my little flowers on here, and I'm going to adhere the ribbon and the flags or the banners. Let's see, 3, 6. What is 6? Wrap twine twice around the panel and then tie a bow. Okay, so I'm going to put this on here like this. Now I'm going to use the flat adhesive dots. And this is called a You Picked Your tool, and it actually has a little spatula that can be reversed. It has a stylus pick tool, and then this one I've got on here this is a tool for a die cut machine, and this also, it comes with a putty pick that you can get that instead of this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off, turn this over, and I'm going to put, I think this is a pretty large piece of paper, so I'm going to put, I think I'm going to put 8 on here and see if that sticks it. They've given you a lot of glue dots, so you can also use, you know, your favorite glue. You don't have to use these. So then you're just going to take the double side, the other side of the adhesive off. Sometimes you can just use your fingernail. That works better. These colors made me happy. I'm just getting those things off. Oh, this is so cute. Okay, so I'm gonna just center it on my card, just like so. Boop, done that. And let's see, I think next I'm gonna take some of the twine, and it says wrap it around twice and tie a bow, so I'm gonna get it kind of long. And I usually put my tie, the end where I want it to tie the bow, so that I know I have enough to tie the bow once I get it wrapped twice. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and then I'm going to cut this also. I guess you do need some scissors. Tried to hold my space and it's not working. So I'm just going to tie this. I'm going to take it underneath both pieces. Just tie this up over here at the edge, at the corner, or at the point. Okay, so I've got my little bow, and what I'll do is I'll just go back in. I'd rather have a little extra on the ends so that it's easy for me to tie my bow than, let's see, there we go. See if you can see it better. So, okay. So now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take I've already got my banner, and I'm going to add, let's see, the 3, don't want to lead you wrong here, so 3 is using Stampin' Dimensionals, 2 is using the flat, so this is going to be some more flat on the back of my banner. And again, I'm going to put one at the bottom on each end and at the top. These U-Pick tools are great to get off little adhesives from your... Okay, so we'll do this in just a little bit. So I'm going to just lay this in the center. And then I'm going to take my Just a Note. I am going to use a couple of these dimensionals. Use this one. Boom, done. How cute is that? It's such a pretty card. So then you can match it with an envelope. And that's some pretty stationery. That's just really pretty. So that's one. Let's do the yellow one. I'm going to go ahead and probably stamp all of mine as I'm going. Oh, I didn't put any of these guys on it. We got to put the pretty part on. These are so cute. I'll do 3. Okay, so I'm going to... Now this, what I'm going to do, pick this up. I think I want it to go here. I'm going to take that off. Oh, that's really cute. I'm going to put one on here too, because I think you always need one on your main image, in my opinion. I'll put the other one down here. Lay this one right here. This one down here. Now it's finished. See how much it... So you've got a nice cardstock, a nice envelope, and the embellishments. It just is a nice finished product. Okay, number 2. Let's see what the yellow one is. This speaks my language. I love this color. All right, so this one, instead of going horizontal, we're going to go vertical in our card design. And let's see, we're going to adhere with glue dots. Or I'm going to use these. And you can see, you don't have to stamp first. You can assemble your card and stamp when you get to that point. It's a great fun thing to do with somebody else too. I always called it like the quilting of, like a quilting bee. Just a card making. Alright, so I'm going to lay this. Oh wait, no, this says I need to take a little bit of, I'm going to take a little bit twine. And again, I like to cut it long, so I'm going to put the twine underneath. I've got the adhesive on the back. I'm just going to lay this down like this. Oops. All right, so I would tie this on first and then adhere it down, because then you need to press it down. But the cord is, or the twine is really easy to use, so it's not hard. So press that down. Get your ends the way you want them. And I would call this a shoestring bow, nothing really fancy. Just messing with it. And this is just sort of the nature of making things, you know. Sometimes you gotta work with it a little bit so you get it where you want it. So I've got that. Let's see, now I'm going to do a thanks for being you on one of these cute cards. And I will tell you, these are stitched around the edges, so just make sure that your stitch side goes up. I'm going to take these off. Ouch. Did something to my hand, and so it's a little sore. Thanks for being you. Even pressure, pop it off. There you go. And you know, if you're nervous about stamping the words, stamp it on some scrap paper, kind of get the hang of it. And if you mess up on this side, you can always turn it to the other side. Even though there's stitching on this side, it's not that big a deal. Okay, so now I'm going to use a couple of dimensionals and pop this up. Got a little, sometimes also when you're working with a dark ink, you may get a little smudge on your finger because that's the nature of creating. Sometimes it can be messy. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little piece of a little flower right here. It has the flowers going on the yellow, but I may just put them on here on the white because I really like them. I like these little dimensionals or embellishments. They're super cute. Yeah, I think I want one here. So even these are kits, you can actually change them up a little bit to suit you. So that's card number 2. And you could do it with this one or the other one. So that's number 2. Now let's do a Hello Sunshine with the Calypso Coral dots. This is so fun. All right. I'm going to take Lemon Tag. Use my dimensionals. Actually, I'm not going to use dimensionals. I'm going to use these guys, the glue dots. All right. Oops. Just put one in this, I'm sure. If you decide you like the kits and you want more and different ones, we have a subscription service called My Paper Pumpkin, and you get similar paper products as the kit, as this all-inclusive kit. It's $22 a month, and they have been amazingly cute. I'll put a link down below in case you're interested. So I'm just gonna, oh, this is so pretty. Oh, look how pretty that is. And I haven't even done anything. Okay, so now we're gonna take a Hello Sunshine. And again, I'm just gonna put this on the back for right now. I'm kind of a combination of a messy and clean stamper. I like to put my stuff back so I can find it, but I get messy stuff on my fingers, mainly ink. So stamp Hello Sunshine, and you can see how I kind of took my nail and just kind of held that down, and that helps, you know, break the ink, the suction to the ink. All right, it looks like I'm going to take a dimensional. So I'm going to take one of these guys, and I'm just going to, actually I'm going to put it to this. Add some glue dots. And then I'm going to just take it and center. I'm going to center the little edges on the blue, and then I'm going to take a little bit. Oh, I should have wrapped that cord around there. Well, this happens sometimes. So what I'm going to show you is you can take. I'm just going to make a nice loopy bow. And you know, sometimes you make mistakes because things you think it goes together one way and that's not how it worked out. So I'm just going to take one of my little glue dots and I'm just going to lay it down here. I'm going to put my bow there. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Actually, I'm going to fold that bow down so that it's got some loops down here on the edge. Do that. Do that, and then I'm going to take some dimensionals to put on my saying. I'm just going to put that at the edge. Let's see. Hello, sunshine. There you go. And I may add some flowers on it, but I really like it just like this. So here we go. There's our next one. How cute is that? It doesn't matter what you put with them. They're just all cute. Okay, the next one I'm going to go, and again we're doing, these are all vertical card styles. And we're going to take just a note. You know what? I'm going to maybe see. Will Hello Sunshine go on here? No, it won't. So I'll just go, I'll stick with the program today. Alright, so here's just a note, and just so you can tell, like you can see over, like I didn't quite get it super inked on the E, but that's okay. I'm going to let that's just part of stamping. All right, now I am going to look, and it says a double bow here. Let's see where it's. Okay, I'm going to take one of my green tags. Take some of the. You could also use, if you have a Stampin' Snail or any kind of adhesive and you could use that if, you know, this takes a little bit of time, but it's not bad. The good thing is it's all inclusive, so you could take this on vacation to do it. You could do it, you know, if you had a girls' weekend, it would be a fun thing to do. Okay, I'm just going to place that right there. And now I'm going to do my bow. And this is a double bow, so I'm going to take about that much. Cut that in. I'm just going to, again, shoestring bow, nothing fancy. And then I'm going to take my dimensionals on one side to put it here. I'm going to take a little glue, kind of go underneath. Okay, I'm just going to tuck my bow knot underneath that edge. I'm just going to trim that off. I kind of want to put a few of these little guys on here. The little white flowers embellishments show up nicely on these, on the navy, the dark colors. And I'm just randomly placing. Sometimes, you know, just for design purposes, usually I do odd numbers of my embellishments. So in this case, I'm going to do 5. Kind of just have them falling down the back of the card. Oops. One more. There you go. You can see all the little, I think in the light you can kind of see where all the little flowers are. So again, this one I think we're going to put with this one, because I think that would be right lovely. And we have one more to make. Can you believe we made 4 cards in, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes? 36 minutes? Can you believe it? That's crazy. And I will tell you, if you did, like if you laid them out and you stamped all of the same thing, like I started to with Just a Note, if you stamp all the sayings and you get all of your pieces together, you can put them together probably in 30 minutes once you've got all of your items ready to go. So now I'm going to go to the last one, and we're going to do this one horizontally. Let's see. Oh, we're going to stamp again. Yay. Again, I always like stamping. I like the fact that your the print has the leaves in green, and then you're going over it in Night of Navy, so it gives it a nice outline, and you only need one color of ink. You can also get refills for all of the colors that are current in the Stampin' Up! Catalog, which Night of Navy is. So, I mean, they last a long time, but if you used it so much that it would get dry, then you can just squirt a little ink on it and you're good to go. So see how that just takes it from kind of plain and flat to gives it a little more interest. Okay, so we're going to go over here. Ooh, I'm getting inky all over my fingers, and I can see it on my cards. It's helpful if you have a baby wipe or something handy, or wet paper towel, wet rag, some close. I probably need to put that in my repertoire. We have the Stampin' Scrub, which this is the Stampin' Scrub cleaner. And so this is actually, it just comes, it comes one, and it's a chamois. You wet it down. This is wet. And see, I can kind of wipe my hands on it too. But then you can also it just uses water. And then I use one of our Stampin' Up! Cases. You can get those separately. And I put 2 in there, and it's always ready to go. I rinse it out, you know, if I have a heavy stamping event or something, then I'll clean it out with some just water, and it's great. I love it. It's super simple, but you can also, I didn't know I had it so close, or I should have been using it. But you don't have to have one in order to make this. Okay, so I've got my little citrus, and I'm going to do a way to go. I haven't used that one yet. I have a friend who has an oil business, and I think I'm going to gift these to her, because those are some of my favorite oils: the citrus and the grapefruit, the orange, the lemon, tangerine. When you're stamping this up, sometimes you can see on here that the ink hasn't covered it completely, so that's why I went back to re-ink it a little more. Okay, got my way to go. I really should let it dry for a second. I think that's why I'm getting ink on my fingers. All right, so now I'm just going to put this actually. I'm going to make my ribbon, and I'm going to stick it to the back of this one. So I'm going to put a glue dot right here on the end, and then I'm just going to stick my knot again, and so this is hanging down. So I'm going to lay this on top. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm so excited. Now I'm not. Oh, I hear my kids are coming in. They're adult children, but you know, they don't know I'm recording right now. So then I'm going to take a dimensional, pop this on here, and I really love that. So here you go. Here are 4 cards with envelopes. No, 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How cute are these? I hope you enjoyed this little really beginning stamping tutorial. I hope you take a look at them at the on the Stampin' Up website. My website is listed below if you're interested, and if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. And I appreciate you watching. Be sure to check, like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you later at the Wonder Basement.